Good seeing you, Nia.
The freedom to make decisions about one's own body should not be made by...
Good seeing everybody. Christina, God bless. Thank you, Christina. Kathy sent me the same thing. Thank you, Kathy. Christina sent me the same thing. I was gonna... Nina, good seeing everybody. Bluebird, good KP, Debbie, Nia, DJ, good seeing everybody. Lynette, I'm a little bit early. Melissa, Everlasting Kingdom, Richard, good seeing you. KP, Kelly, good seeing you. Daughter, Sandy, Sharice, Leslie, Tracy, Minnie, good seeing everybody. God bless. John, good seeing you. Good seeing everybody. Yeah, my video, Linnell, good seeing you. I'll get started in a minute. Andrea, good seeing you. This could be, as I said before, this bombing on Damascus could take out Assad. As I have talked about many of times, Assad, this could take out Assad, as I said before. Yep, keep looking up. Amber, good seeing you. Lily, good seeing you. Anissa, good seeing you. Sissy, good seeing you. Vicky, if I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Tammy, Monica, Bluebird, Jules, Log Cabin, Carly, good seeing you. Gord, Carol, good seeing everybody. I got a lot to go over. G, good seeing you. John. I got a lot of stuff to go over. Carol, good seeing you. Thanks for the emails, Carol. You do a great job. Greatly appreciated. Gina. Chris, good seeing you. Becca, good seeing you. Tammy, Kathy, good seeing you. I already mentioned your name, Kathy. Thank you for sending me emails. Christina sent me the same thing. As you can see, I greatly appreciate it. I did use some of your stuff that you sent me in here. Thank you. So, Feathers, good seeing you. God bless, Carol. Yeah, I used a couple things of yours too, Carol. Thank you very much. Leon, good seeing you. I am a little early. G, good seeing you. DP, good seeing you. Bluebird, the reason why I changed my title at the beginning of it is this just happened 50 minutes ago, and this is not what my title was going to be, but being the fact that this was breaking, Israel, there's explosions being heard in Damascus. This could have taken out Assad. As I said before, there's 3 kings that will be taken out. 3, the Iranian king, the king of Iran, which has already taken out Assad, which would be Syria, and then Trump would be America. Those would be the 3, as I talked about before. There's 3 hurricanes, as I talked about. DJ, good seeing you, Jim. As DJ told me, 3, he said Trump Trump was elected. Trump was not elected. It was stolen, or whatever you want to say, and then he's for re-election. So that's 3. Trump was elected. Trump was not elected, and then he's up for the 3rd time. 3 kings, 3 woes. Exactly, Christina. So these 3 pattern, as I have said, this 3 pattern is also with Trump. Thank you, DJ, for bringing that to my attention. Good seeing you, Troy. Good seeing everybody. Carly Allen, good seeing you. Am, good seeing you. Good seeing everybody. So, Obama 3rd term, exactly. Thank you, Christina, great. Now I'm going to go over some things. I've made videos on this before, all leading up to today. There's many drills, which I have shown. The ballistic missile drill that's going to happen at Election Day, the National Guard that's being posted all around on Election Day. What was brought to my attention by Christina was CERN starting up today. CERN is starting up today, and HARP is starting up today. HARP is starting up today. Both CERN and HARP are starting on the 4th and going to the 11th. Good seeing you, Michael. So HARP and CERN are starting up. They're going from the 4th to the 11th. There is solar flares coming for Election Day. I'm going to go over that. There's also the Hurricane Rafael, which I have talked about before. So all these things that I just mentioned to you are going on right now, and I'm sure I've missed something. I'm sure that I missed something out of here. But I went over all these. The 2 new ones are the CERN and the solar flares, and HARP, which HARP with the hurricane, and it's Rafael, which I've talked about before. Good seeing you, Lisa. Okay, now I want to say that I am very grateful to the Lord. I am very grateful for the Lord that he called me and called all of you. As Noah was called to get into the ark, we know what time it is. We all watching today know what time it is. I am very grateful for the Lord for waking me up. You can call it whatever you want, calling me, waking me up. As all of us here today are very grateful that the Lord, we try to wake up our friends. The Lord called us to try to wake up our friends. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very hard trying to wake up people that I go to church with that are all about going to church and want Trump to be elected. Most of them, 90% of them, and my friends from church want Trump to be elected. And they think he's their savior. I'm very grateful that the Lord opened my eyes, and I know we have family members that we have tried to wake up, and I am very grateful. Michael, as I'm going to show Michael, he messaged me. He said, which many stock up on gas or stuff. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you need anything, get it. I want to say about the hurricane. Noah was in the ark 7 days before the flood. Noah was in the ark, was warned 7 days before the flood. There is Hurricane Rafael coming. It's going to be here roughly around the 11th, right in that area, right in there, roughly 7 days. And I'm going to go over that. We do not have to see the hurricane. Noah and the animals were considered clean. The animals that went into the ark were clean. We do not have to be clean because the Lord has cleansed us, and I'm going to go over that. So, now let's get started. Good seeing everybody. So, there's a lot of stuff to go over. So, I'm going to get rid of some of these tabs because I got many tabs. So, right here, as Christina said, Christina sent me, and Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. Both of them sent it me Christina beat Kathy by a few minutes, okay? But 50 minutes ago, there was explosions heard, and there was strikes on Damascus. So I'm going to get rid of that. Right here, Obama warns of danger if Trump returns to power. So Obama says warns of danger if Trump is elected. I'm going to get rid of it. This was sent to me by Twin Life. Thank you, Twin Life. Thank you. Twin Life sent me this, and this is exactly what's going on today, and the frequency as they are starting up CERN and HARP. They are starting up CERN and HARP. This is in the Kingsman. It's called the church. It's called the church service fight scene.
Excuse me. There you go. Hey, what's your problem?
I'm a Catholic whore. Currently enjoying Congress and out of wedlock with my black Jewish boyfriend who works in a military abortion clinic.
So this is exactly what's going on right now. I'm going to turn the volume down, but this is exactly what's going on right now. You have the church against the you can call it the Democrats, the Republicans and the Democrats. As you can see, he's turning up the frequency just like they show on iPet Goat. He was also, this guy right here was also in Cell right here. I think his name's Jackson. He was also in Cell. As you can see, they're turning up the frequency right here. Just like it shows, and it shows the phone and it shows a V. See the V right here? V Vendetta. V, this is V. They show it right here. I'm not going to show it, but what happens is that when the frequency goes up right here, all these people in the church are killed. So I'm not going to go over it. You can go look at it yourself. I don't really want to, but it's called the Kingsman's, the Secret Service Church Fight. So I'm going to get rid of it. Thank you. Now, I showed this the other day. As you can see, Black Swan event, national alert. He also came out with a new video today. I will go over it about the National Guard and stuff. The elections, they're prepping. Oh, here it is. This was just 2 hours ago. It says red alert, national warning, police and SWAT getting ready, stock up. As I said right here, getting ready for the election as Obama warned. He warned if he was elected, the clown show will be over. The clown show will be over tomorrow. This was sent to me by Lisa and I'll go over it in a minute. This was just yesterday. We have felt like something as serious is about to happen. I have sources that have informed me what might end up going down. Please prepare your families, homes, ensure you are trusted neighbors and contact in the event. The person who testified before Congress regarding the vulnerabilities of the grid has informed me that the plan to detonate an EMP on election day or the day after. Will this happen? Okay, so they're talking about an EMP being going off on election day or the day after. So this is a warning. As I said, that's why I had this video today as a warning of an EMP. This was also given to me by Julia. Same thing. Cyber attack blackout, 6 blackouts. So this is exactly what Julie sent me. Thank you very much, Julie. They both sent me pretty much the same thing. I want to talk about this because Trump is at 4 rallies today. And this was sent to me by Gail. Thank you very much, Gail. As you can see right here, 7 years ago, the Secret Service rushed Trump off the stage on November 6th. Trump was rushed off the stage in Reno, Nevada. 7 years ago. Very interesting. 7 years ago on November 6th.
By the way, folks, while we're at it, great.
So this happened on November 6th, 7 years ago. This is from We Find, and I'm gonna share his video. He had a great video. I'm gonna put it on my main channel also. This is the same thing that he posted.
Here's a red letter date in the history of science. November 5th. November 5th, 1955. Here's a red letter date in the history of...
Here you go. As I said before, I did show this before, November 5th. This was given to me by, I think, Lisa Gina Carroll or somebody else. Greatly appreciated. But yes, he's going over everything.
Here's a red letter date in the history of science. November 5th, 1955.
Remember the 5th of November.
It's right around the corner. Yes, of course. November 5th, 1955.
The 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot.
November 5th is going to go down as the single most important day.
I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
November 5th is going to go down as the single most important day in the history of our country. Here comes the Christian Lord.
As I said before, I believe November 5th is also the Day of the Dead. I think I talked about that before. Kathy, Christina, and Gail, thank you very much. I think I'm pretty much done with this. This was yesterday on the 3rd.
Possibly be the motive for not defending yourself in a sense away from the EMP attack? Like, I don't get that at all.
Support from the electrical industry.
Oh, really?
And I should say that the EMP committee, their estimate was 8 to 9 out of every 10 Americans could lose their life by the end of the first year. 500,000 people in the air at any given time on 1,000 flights, right? So that's lost.
Everyone on an airplane does.
Right, so that's 500,000 people at any moment. Very quickly after that, the SCADA systems begin to fail, and you have fire, you have flood. Within 72 hours, you have meltdown at all nuclear facilities. Refrigeration has gone out at supermarkets and other regional food warehouses. So the food supply ends. There's no access to ATMs or money or financial structure of any type. No access to your prescription medications. No access to law enforcement, and no clean water and no food.
So the threats to the grid and to the lives of 350 million Americans are completely real and in some sense imminent. Like, we know this is going to happen at some point. What could possibly?
As I talked about this before, the nuclear power plants would melt down. As I have been saying, there's over 35 nuclear power plants on the East Coast. There is more than 35 nuclear power plants on the East Coast. I showed them before. They would all melt down, okay? It would be nuclear winter. They would melt down. So if there was an EMP, the electrical grid and the nuclear power plants would melt down. I talked about this before. So as I said before, nobody's going to be living here in the United States. Nobody's going to be living here in the United States. They'll be dead. As the Bible said, they'd die from drinking the water.
Be the motive for not defending yourself in a sense away from the EMP attack? Like, I don't get that at all.
Support from the electrical industry.
Oh, really?
And I should say that the EMP committee, their estimate was 8 to 9 out of every 10 Americans could lose their life by the end of the first year. 500,000 people in the air at any given time on 1,000 flights, right? So that's lost.
Everyone on
That's also in CERN. I played this twice, but I wanna highlight this. This was also in Cell. They showed in Cell where the airplanes were crashing. When the frequency went out, the airplanes crashed. I talked about that and I showed that. That is in Cell.
Time on 1,000 flights. Right, so that's lost.
Everyone on an airplane does.
Right, so that's
Everyone on an airplane dies.
500,000 people at any moment. Very quickly after that, the SCADA systems begin to fail, and you have fire, you have flood. Within 72 hours, you have meltdown at
Meltdown of all nuclear power plants.
all nuclear facilities. Refrigeration has gone out at supermarkets and other regional food warehouses. So the food supply ends. There's no access to ATMs or money or financial structure of any type. No access to your prescription medications. No access to law enforcement, and no clean water and no food.
So the threats.
No clean water. So this was just yesterday they were talking about this. Very interesting that it was just yesterday. I talked about this. The National Guard is on standby in Washington State, Oregon, Nevada. I already showed this, but I think Christina sent this to me, and yes, it is relevant. So here is what Christina sent me. This is bombing at the this is Damascus in Syria. It says, woke up, Israel is bombing Russian air base in Syria. So we'll see what happens. Oh, this is not the new one. This is not the new one. This was yesterday. So the new one that Christina gave me was in Damascus. So this is from yesterday. Here's what I think Christina gave me this. Thank you, Christina. It says right here, HARP is scheduled to operate from 11/4, which is today. HARP is starting up to 11/7. Coincidence? I think not. Well, this is when the hurricane's coming, as I said. So here you go. Here's the article on it. Also, CERN is starting up, and I will also CERN was starting up. It was in here also, but this is just today. As you can see, this is November 4th. This just happens. This just explosions here heard near Syria capital. Syrian state media reports. This was just today. The other article was from yesterday. That's when they bombed the Air Force base. I did talk about this. This is coming about on the Day of the Dead, which is, I believe, the 5th. Right here. I talked about this before. This is what Klaus said. I've played this before about an EMP attack. This is exactly what he said.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance.
So there you go. That's exactly what he said. It's exactly what's going to happen. This came out 1 year ago, but it says right here they've been warning about it. I'm not going to really play it. This was 2 years ago. They released the recommendations to protect public warning system from an EMP. Many articles on this. I've shown these before. This is also in The Simpsons, as I have said before.
Anarchy, the end of civilization, coming soon to an America near you.
America can't collapse. We're as powerful as ancient Rome.
Take a look at this. The modern world and an
So I've shown that before. I want to talk about this. This is coming on Election Day.
Right around the time of the elections, November 5th, or even slightly before or after. So this is our sun today in 1700 angstrom. So this is our sun today in 1700 angstroms. We see this very large sunspot there, 3879.
Good seeing you,
in
Ashley.
fact, on the last rotation on the sun, it was about 28 days ago, right around there, it gave...
The reason why I like him, he talks about the 28 days, as I have talked about many times. So he is watching. The reason why I don't have to count my days anymore of the sunspots is because he does it for me. He said this one was very violent last time it came around.
Large sunspot there, 3879. And in fact, on the last rotation on the sun, it was about 28 days ago, right around there, it gave us the largest solar flare yet of solar cycle 25. That was on October 9th. It was a 9.1 X-class flare. There are 5 different flare designations.
Good seeing you, Betty.
X-class is the highest. Once you get past 5 or so, you're really getting up there with some really powerful solar flares. That guy popped off. We had a G4 geomagnetic storm that dropped the DST index to negative 341 nanotesla. This is a measure of a geomagnetic storm. The lower it drops, the more significant the storm.
Okay, he's expecting one on Election Day, which could be a big one. In Strong's, this is Strong's. It's Strong's 3879. This is Levites, the son of Jacob and Leah, the tribe of descendants of Levi's, specially set by God for his service. So this meaning of this sunspots are descendants of Levi, and they're set aside for God's service. This is also in Malachi chapter 3, and I've talked about this before. This is also in the book of remembrance, as I have said before. If your name's in the book of remembrance, you'll be spared. But it also talks about the Levites. It says that serve him, his own son, spareth a man's son that serveth him. These are the Levites, as that sunspot is called, and it says serve him. This is also the last one, as I have talked about before. This is God's army. It says right here, serveth him not, God that serveth him not. It says, for they shall return and discern the righteous from the wicked, between them that serve God and serveth him not. These are the servants of the Lord, as I just showed you. It says in verse 17, and this is exactly what this sunspot, the Strongs for it, is to Levites, the specially set aside by God for his service. And that's what it says in Malachi chapter 3, verse 17 and 18. And this is also in the book of remembrance, as I've talked about here, sons that serve him. So that's very interesting. Now let's get to the hurricane. I talked about this before. Rafael, they're expecting it to happen. We have CERN ramping up, and we also have HARP, as I showed in my other part of my video. It's supposed to be here roughly about 7 days. 7 days, right in there. 7-11, right in down there. 7-11, or 11-7. Excuse me, 11-7. I showed this in my video. See what happened. I showed this in my video. Rafael is a cleansing water. It's a healing water and a cleansing water. Is to cleanse the earth, to heal and cleanse the earth, the flood. I want to talk about this a minute. Noah was in the ark 7 days. The animals went in 2 pairs that were clean. So we might not have to be here for it. The animals that went into the ark were clean, and Noah went into the ark and his family. They were considered clean. They were considered clean. This hurricane, Rafael, is cleansing water. We might not have to be here. Michael sent me this. What I did is I copied and pasted his exact words, his exact words, because I don't want to. I'm going to try not to show anybody's emails anymore. So I copied and pasted it. I copied it, what he said, and pasted it. So Michael sent me this. It says, Mark, I speculate that Rafael will make landfall at Corpus Christi, which that is what they're showing on the map. It says, Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas, the body of Christ, cleansing and in preparation. I agree with him totally. Right here, Rafael is to cleanse the church. Cleanse the church. It will hit on Corpus Christi. We do not have to be here, I believe, for this. Noah was in the ark 7 days before it. So, as I said, the animals were clean and Noah was clean, considered righteous before God. They were considered righteous before God. Jesus said, pray always that you are counted worthy to stand before the Son of Man. I believe that we're clean, we're white, as the Bible talks about white. So, as I said, Raphael's coming. So, a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure that you are saying the same thing. There's a lot, and I probably missed something. The Day of the Dead, as I said before, and I made videos on it, that is the 5th, I believe. I'm going to get rid of some of these tabs. And I want to thank everybody that sent me something. If I'd missed them, I'm sorry. A lot of people send me stuff. And let's check and see what's going on in Israel. Maybe there's more updates. This was 24 minutes ago. It says China is furious. Initial squads of U.S. arrived in Taiwan containing first 11 and 12 mobile launchers requested. Soon Taiwan will be able to launch an offensive strike on mainland China. So this just happened. I agree that they would be upset. Here's another one. It says, update, Russia will launch an Iranian satellite into orbit. They already launched one. Now they're going to launch another one. This was just 23 minutes ago. And as I said, they bombed Damascus. Oh, yes, I did forget something. Christina sent it to me. Thank you, Christina. Palestine, Israel told Palestine or United Nations to get out. They didn't want them in the Gaza Strip. They told them to get out. So I'm not going, I can't find it, but Christina sent it to me. I did have the article. Good seeing you, Ed. I did have the article. They did vote, and they're telling United Nations to get out of there. They are no longer recognizing them. Recognizing them. Kelly, good seeing you. Thanks to my mods. That's it. Good seeing you, Ash. Good seeing all my mods. You guys do a great job. I'm greatly appreciated. Good seeing everybody. And keep looking up. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the election. And I probably missed something. I missed something, but everybody's greatly appreciated. As I said, keep praying for each other. Gina was, as I said, just like with Etna cares for people at their bedside, and Gina was doing the same thing. And I hadn't heard from Gina probably in 2 or 3 days, 4 days, and I knew something was up, but I didn't really want to message her, and then come to find out that her brother died. And she has been his nursemaid. She has been her brother's nursemaid, and he passed away. So people are busy doing things. Good seeing you, Betty. Everybody's greatly appreciated. Keep looking up. Keep praying for each other, and we'll see what happens. God bless everybody. Keep looking up. God bless. Good seeing you, KP. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry.